Good evening. We are continuing with our identity. I call it our identity crisis, Carol. It's a crisis, okay? Yesterday we talked about the Great War, okay? That is waged between true identity and false identity. So I thought maybe let's just go back a little bit and just look at what identity is all about. So today I'll try to 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 present to all of us. You can question, you can ask, okay, and the identity in real life, okay. Now it is Pastor Baro, nothing with theology or philosophy or psychology or whatever. In real life, yeah, in practical life, how can we identify identity? Oh man, I'm twisting words now. Dr. Luyeo nisaidie anko wangu, eh? How can I define who am I? Eh? Because who am I, my brothers and sister, drives everything in our lives. Eh? Uncle Jesse, yule, who is that? I know Lala, okay? Okay? Lala, our beloved, blessed baby, rafiki yetu, eh? The relationship between Lala and Caroline will determine how they relate to each other. Your identity, Carol, will determine how you treat me, how you treat your husband. So, who am I drives everything in our lives. Our relationship, our choices, our response to crisis, and even our sense of purpose. In everyday life, people can answer the question, who am I, by telling us their roles. I'm a doctor. Dr. Yulia anasema I'm Dr. Luyeho. Somebody else will say I'm a mother. Pastor Baru will say I'm a pastor. I'm a teacher. And some will identify themselves with their achievements. I'm a successful businessman. Oh, I'm educated. I've got a PhD. Some will cry to God, I'm a failure. And some will identify themselves by the relationship. I'm Mrs. So-and-so. Idi Amin, Uncle Jesse, he said, I'm all the accolades, and I'm the husband to my wife and the father to my children. Yeah. Some identify themselves by possessions. Yes, I'm a billionaire. I'm comfortable. I'm okay. Some with their reputations. Okay? But there is a critical questions of all these things that I've mentioned. These classes of identities. What happens when these things change or disappear, Carol? You're a lawyer, then you are disbarred, all right? You lose your job by which you are identified with. Are you still who you were? Your marriage ends. Are you still you? Dr. Leo, Mungu akubariki. You are helping. So God is using you as a tool to help people. You have seen so many, Dr. Leo, when their health fails. Are you still you? When your reputation is destroyed, are you still you? When you achieve everything you wanted, are you still you? So, what is identity in reality? The practical thing in everyday's life. I listed a couple of things. In everyday's life, identity functions in four crucial ways, Carol. And I believe you can find even more. Your identity acts as your internal compass. Your identity will tell you what matters to you, your values. Your identity will tell you what you should do. I call it your moral framework. And your identity will also tell you where you are going. Yes, your purpose and direction. A person, for example, who identify themselves as a protector or a provider for a family or for a group will respond differently in a crisis than someone who identify themselves as, a receiver or a victim. Okay? Their identity shapes their action. A father who is a provider, when a crisis comes, will respond differently in that crisis than the rest of the family who depend on the father. Identity, in most cases, becomes your social passport. Your identity determines how others treat you, what opportunity you can access, and which communities can accept or reject you. Now, uncle, I was thinking about you, Uncle Dr. Luyeo, okay? A doctor's identity opens door that a street vendor identity won't. Not because you and Carol are better, no, but because the society has assigned you certain identities. You are the doctor. On a plane, when something happens, then from that, Carol, niambie kama ni uongo, will determine your income level. Yeah. Sijui kwa nini unakula zaidi. Do you need more? Your social status. Yeah. I've got two uncles here and they're all doctors. Your access to resources. Dr. Luyeo, how sio? Even your opportunities in life are different from mine. The third thing is that identity will lay or act as your emotional foundation. Your identity makes you feel how you feel, shapes how you feel about yourself. How you interpret events, and how resilient you'll be to challenges that will face you. For example, Dr. Louis, two people lose jobs. Person one knows that I'm a capable person. And the way they think is this is setback. But no problem. I'll find another job. But person B, whose identity is that I'm a failure, will think, oh, losing this job proves that I'm worthless. Same event, both have lost job, but you can see that the responses are totally different because of their identity. The last thing that I listed here is that identity becomes your decision filter. Yes. Your identity influences the choices you make, the risk you are willing to take, and what you are willing to sacrifice. Oh, I love mama. Mama. I'm a mother. That's your identity. So I'll sacrifice my career advances to be present for my children. I've seen mothers do that. Wow. Sometimes I call Uncle Jesse, can I call you back? I've got to go pick my children. I love ladies. I'm a career woman. So I'll sacrifice family time to advance professionally. Kero, unaona hiyo tofauti? These aren't mutually exclusive. But when they conflict, identity determines priority. Once is ready to put the family aside to follow a career, I'm a career mama. They've got to come where I go. The other one say, no. My family first. Kero, that's you. Nakujua. Now, we have problems with real life identities. Real life identities, mostly, my brothers and sisters, are performance based. You are what you do, what you achieve, what you own, and you know what others say about you. This means that failure, Jesse, threatens your identity. Oh, I failed, therefore they'll see me as a failure. Success inflates your identity. Oh, sometimes it can even burst. I succeeded, therefore I'm superior. Who told you that? Others' opinion can control your identity. People praise you, therefore you feel valuable. In some cases, people criticize you. Oh man, you go bonkers. Therefore, I'm worthless. And sometimes you'll end up fighting them. But in some cases, circumstances beyond your control determine your identity. Sometimes, maybe in your control. I'm wealthy. Then something happens, you end up becoming, I'm poor, because the economy has crashed. My brothers and sisters, this makes life exhausting. You are constantly working to prove, maintain, and defend your identity. It's like walking in rain. The moment you stop, you might get drowned. Let's say you are crossing a river. Now, if that's the case, let's see, that being the case, let's see how identity is acquired. And so you can lose it. How do we acquire real life identity? In everyday life, we build identity through number one, achievement. I am what I accomplish. I have a BA, MA, PhD. I have certification. Career success, you get promotion, awards, certification. Kule kwetu Kenya. People do what? Wale wakimbiaji. Okay? Championship. They get break records and all that. In this way, the Elon Musk people. Okay? Millionaires, homeowners, social status, influentials, famous, being rich. But there is a trap. If your identity is based on what you have accomplished or you can accomplish, you must keep achieving to maintain this identity. Oh, you had a BA and you think everybody, oh, hey, somebody comes with a master's. Oh, someone comes with a PhD. Hey, Dr. Luyeo, can you open your mic, uncle? Hivi kuna zaidi ya PhD waliosoma. Do we have something, Sebastian? Do we have something beyond PhD? Anybody? Fadhili? Uncle Fadhili? Kuna kitu zaidi ya PhD wendi huko shuleni? Man, you guys are quiet.
Hakuna.
Una hakika?
Hakuna, utarudia tu hiyo tena.
Kwa hivyo ukiwa nazo mbili, Fadhili,
tutakuwa tunayo PhD 2.
Kwa hivyo it's the number now. Yeah. So wewe utasema una mbili. Let me tell you. Let me just tell you why I ended up in America. I was at Solusi. Uncle Fadhili, unasikia hiyo? Iandike hiyo, kijanangu. Nilikuwa Solusi. Pale bwana, mimi ndio I was teaching maths, physics. I was in charge of all maintenance, everything. I was director of whatever in Misau, okay? Alafu, then I was even given a chance to set up a computer lab na kuwafundisha watu before they bought a computer teacher. So they bring a computer science teacher, mwenye nini kero, ana masters. Au sio? Siku moja nimekaa in the whole campus, everybody has masters, PhD. Mimi ndio na kadigrii kamoja. Au sio? Wale vijana wakimaliza pale wana graduate, mimi nalingana nao. No, it touched me. Nikasema no. Na mimi pia naenda kutafuta nini? Masters. You see? My identity was being touched. So I decided to go and look for a master's. Kuja kufanya hiyo nakuta kumbe kuna watu wana PhD. Karo mimi nikachoka. Nikasema okay, basi inatosha. So you must keep achieving to maintain this identity. One failure can destroy years of your identity building. Kama you are building on what? On achievement. How about relationship? Hii sema sasa. I'm connected. I have the connection. Karos, unajua kule nyumbani? Namjua baba amekwenda sasa. Watu wenye connection na baba sio watafanya nini? Spouse, I'm married to somebody. I'm a child of 4. I'm a friend to who? Na hii nyingine sasa, I'm a tribe. I'm a Luo. I'm a Sukuma. I'm a Masai. When relationship end or change, your identity crumbles. Very dangerous. What about possessions? I am based on what I have. Very dangerous. Oh man, I won't waste time there. You know it. House, cars, technology, physical appearance. How's you? Eh? Possessions can be lost, stolen, destroyed. Hata your physical appearance. Nowadays, man, I'm sorry. I'm using my own example. 5 years, 10 years ago, I was okay. Now, then I started using one Ken karo. Eh? Sasa hivi karo najua natumia ngapi? 2 pamoja na wheelchair. The physical appearance imekwenda. So if I had based my identity on that, gone. Now, the fourth one is the worst one. Reputation. Social media following nowadays, community standing, professional reputation, family honor naheshimiwa. The trap here is that your reputation can be destroyed in a moment through a scandal, false accusation, au kero. Eventually wanakusahau tu. They just forget about you. So you can lose this identity. These identities are the ones that you can lose immediately. Economic collapse, public scandal, divorce, rejection, illness, na hii nyingine being surpassed. For example, I've seen people very successful in Tanzania, very well expected. I'm sorry to say that today there's a lady who Jessica Muhagama, okay? She passed away yesterday. And you know the story around Dr. Luyeo? Alidhani mama atampa cheo. She's been a minister and a woman and all that. Sasa mama this time, hakupata nini? Hakupata kitu. Pressure. That's what is being said on social media. But I know she's gone. The haunting question is this. Can you answer who am I? Mpaka sasa hivi. Based on these things, I'm not asking you to tell me. Can you identify yourself based on all these identities, classes that we have looked at? If you have identity based on all of those, my brother, watch out. Now, how can you maintain? How do people maintain identity? And why do people maintain real identity? In everyday life, kila siku, identity maintenance has very practical purposes. Yes. Kama wewe ni mfanyabiashara, kero unaanza biashara, au sio? You will have to maintain your professional identity, au sio? Your skilled identity. You have got to get a certification. Unafanya biashara yako, you have to be certified, your licenses. Those things you'll have to what? To maintain them. Otherwise, you lose one of them, you may lose your livelihood. How about what we call social capital? Yes, your identity will open doors or close doors. You are well-connected entity. The way you are respected, the ability to influence people, you are attractive the way, oh man, your social advantages. The other thing that you have got to maintain is your emotional identity, emotional stability. You should know who who you provide for, okay? You have to have confidence in decision making. Yeah? You have to be resilient in when facing challenges. You have to find the right direction of navigating things in life. And I see this so much, especially the diaspora. Tunaporudi kule when we go back home. How's you? Eh? Things are not as they are here. Eh? So, how would you maintain real life identity? You have keep on doing what gave you that identity. Stay employed. Eh? Kama hiyo no, if at all that's what makes you survive. Stay employed. Keep that identity. Stay married. Eh? Eh? Stay fit. Keep physical. If you're an athlete, eat well. Eh? Kama ni mambo ya social, stay relevant. Eh? I call it the treadmill effect. Keep on what you are doing. Manage your image. Vaa vizuri. Talk nicely to people. Eh? Associate with the right people. Eh? Eh? But sometimes you'll end up hiding weaknesses, failures, maintaining a false facade. Eh? Eh? But if your identity is there through achievement and degrees, keep on collecting them. Eh? Now, why should you go through that? For what purpose? People maintain real life identity for very practical reasons. To maintain their lifestyle, eh? To retain their respect, to avoid shame. Eh? And for example, back on in our African countries, okay, the family honor depends on you maintaining the respected identity. Huyu ametuletea aibu. He's a disgrace to this family. Eh? The tragedy is that, my brother, even when you maintain all successfully, you reach sometimes, my friend, Kero, you get tired. You realize that it is all hollow. Because you must keep on performing, keep on achieving, keep on impressing, keep on hiding your failures. You never rest. You never, sometimes you have got to lie. Sometimes you just have to be something that you don't like. So you'll end up sometimes, cherish all of identity. Sometimes you decide, no, he's Itaki. For example, you might decide to no. I've worked for so long in my life. What I've achieved is enough. It is very torturous. I have to give it a break. Sometimes you have to let go. Why? Because some of these identities, my friend, they imprison you. Sometimes identities feel like life sentences. Sometimes, for example, you are poor and that's your identity, okay? You are trapped in poverty with no way out. Children end up inheriting the same identity. What about back home, where tribalism is? How's you? Just because you are of a certain tribe, okay? Even if you perform well, they are, huyu si ni Mkukuyu, huyu si Mjaluo, huyu mtu Kalenjin. How about nowadays? Sometimes children out of wedlock, the stigma never leaves them, especially in traditional societies. In some cultures, a divorced lady, hata kama, even if she was somebody respected, but now just because she's divorced, okay? You end up having this feeling that this will define me until I die, and there's nothing I can do about it. So it perpetuates pain, it becomes so painful. While sometimes you might identify yourself with a group as a survivor, but it eventually puts you in what? In a prison. But sometimes the same identity can be both cherished and loathed. For example, a mother can be cherished for the love and bond with children, the purpose, the joy, at the same life, okay? Lord, for the loss of self-exhaustion, the sacrifice, and being reduced to just a mom. I'm just a mom. Even a successful professional, they can be cherished for their achievements, the respect, the income, the significance they have in the society. At the same time, they will loathe their profession because of the pressure, the expectation they've not met, the fear of failure, and the loss of personal life. So, what cure can we come up with in a situation like this? These are practical realities of life. Identity is powerful, my brother. Let's conclude now. It shapes every aspect of our lives. Your decision, your relationship, opportunities, and sense of purpose. Yet, identity, my brothers, is fragile. Identity is exhausting to maintain. Identity creates inequality. For the society will assign some value to certain identities of others that eventually create real barriers and real advantages and disadvantages. As we saw, identity can imprison you. Identity wounds can be deep. Deep trauma, rejection, and failure can damage your sense of self in ways that are difficult to heal. Now, the critical question as we end is this. As you reflect on your identity, I want us, all of us, including me, I've been asking myself, where is my identity rooted? In things that can be lost? In achievements that can fail? In relationships that can end? In reputation that can be destroyed? What will happen, my brothers, if you lost one of your primary identity tomorrow? Would you still know who you are? Would your life still have meaning? Can you rebuild it? How about if today, after this, you are so exhausted from maintaining your cherished identity? Is that performance sustainable? Is there rest? You'll ask yourself, can I find peace? What about if you feel that your identity is imprisoning you? You'll ask yourself, does it open doors or close them? Does it give me life or drain it? Am I living or just surviving? My brothers, understanding how our identities work in real life is the first step. And at the end of this series, we are going to find an answer to these questions. Is there a better foundation for identity? Is there an identity that can be lost? Is there a rest from the performance treadmill? Eh? Is there real healing for a wounded identity? Is there true cleansing for a tarnished identity? These are questions that at the end of our session, we are going to find an answer. For your identity is not just who you are, it is the lens through which you experience everything in life. So, my brother and sister, choose wisely where you root it in. Thank you. God bless you. We'll continue tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Amen. Amen.